or kill y'all with kindness. I kill ya. My natural persona is much worse. You've been warned if you've been born or if you can form.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brawl Out. My apologies for our departure / hiatus. Unfortunately, pretty much when you're stuck in a damn leg cast and popped up on some really good pain meds, it doesn't really work well to try to sit here and try to do a show when you want to ramble about rambling. When it comes down to it, this pretty much was a wild week, another one in the world of WCC Brawl, and we actually saw the return, shockingly enough, of the last television champion, and pretty much a man we haven't seen since pretty much he was taken out by the great Tatum T5 at Behind Enemy Lines in Moscow. Omega King made his return on Tuesday night. The Beast himself, Ken the Beast, that is, and it's been pretty interesting all the way through that one. Nobody expected Omega to be there. There was no signals, no knowledge, no nothing. But all it can basically be said is that the Dark Alliance may have just gotten their biggest equalizer to now focus on, well, the Dark Alliance. And not a moment too soon. With, in all fairness and all shockingness, it's been insane, it's been crazy, and it's just been downright hectic. There is a new member of the Banks family that is now back in the saddle. Jasmine Banks made her return on Thursday on Throwdown. She made her debut appearance, all that fun stuff. And let's look at it from this angle. Jasmine Banks, we already know Jasmine Banks and the big ticket Jason Bradley do have something going on that basically is requiring them to, what's the best way to go with this? There apparently is something going on, but we don't know what it is yet. Now, are these the two that pretty much we were discussing earlier this last week when we were talking about everything that was happening in regards to the two superstars that were caught in a compromised position during a show in North Carolina last week? Nope, not them. Everybody pretty much already knew about the Banks, about the Banks and the ticket. And contrary to what T5 may believe, it doesn't like the Dark Alliance pretty much is getting any favors going because of the fact that, well, how might I put this? Insanity at its finest. T5 basically laid claim that T5 and a host of other super Dark Alliance did nothing. Dark Alliance pretty much has been getting attacked all week and here. However, we do gotta say that this thing's very interesting. There's a rumor mill going on. It's Rich, Rebecca, and Jasmine are now putting their heads together to try to set up some kind of big non-stop smash mouth team match for end of days in just a couple of weeks. And look at it as there's a lot of fun that's basically being done as we go into that next stage of the party. All this being said, it has been a very interesting week. In fact, it's safe to say that basically the Banks family has already issued that Ken the Beast and Omega King will pretty much battle somewhere down the road. Great Tate is overseas. Special thanks to everybody overseas who pretty much is dishing out some of that WCC Brawl for the whole world to see. Great to see you guys, and great to see you guys do something good for us. Oh, and by the way, breaking news that occurred earlier this El Cibernetico, Mr. Money in the Bank himself, fired his manager Paul Martin and then gave him the Burrito Destroyer as an official breach of contract. A losing streak that El has been on since his departure from more on his lucha libre style in Mexico made it pretty clear that he is coming for something. We don't know what the hell it is. We do know that the band, there is these weird vignettes that are going on right now where the band is being put back together, but we don't know what band specifically is being put back together. And of course the vignettes of Payback Time, Hell is Coming. It's pretty much going to be to the point where shit's about to hit the fan, and everybody is going to become a huge part of it. And to put it as nicely as possible, I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say about it. But I will say this, that everybody's getting jumped, everybody's getting attacked. You got superstars who usually would show fear in the face of this, but also everybody's going to war. The whole rule of everybody fights, nobody runs, is becoming a well-induced one. And in fact, Rich Banks actually told me earlier this week that, well, how do we like this? How do we put this one as nicely as possible? This is going to be the big one. This is going to be what the world's been waiting for. World War III War Games is coming back. Official courtesies from the desk of Richard Banks himself. It's coming. The paid's coming. World War III should be a lot of fun, and maybe somebody will be able to explain to me what the hell is going on with this weird, crazy friendship between Venomets and Omega King, and rare, crazy fashion somewhere in that midst. The former tag team champs T5 and Big Ticket have apparently pissed off everybody, and it's been one of those things where you kind of want to sit here and feel bad for Big Ticket and T5 because of how great these guys did as tag champs. But at the same time, it's becoming to the point where everybody is pretty much fighting everybody, where everybody wants to beat the hell out of everybody. Everybody wants to be the best, and everybody wants to be labeled the best. Everybody wants to actually pay the dues on it. T5, Big Ticket, these two are on a collision course for one hell of a match. They're for one hell of a battle, and I never thought I'd sit there where I'd be lost for words, but that's exactly what is going on right now. And in all fairness and in all honesty, I expect a lot of fireworks between here and end of days, because there's rumor has it that pretty much every member of the Dark Alliance will be there. Every member of this new faction, new group is going to be there. T5 and Big Ticket will both be there. So everybody's going to be around. So let's see what kind of party we're going to have. Rampage is coming. And, in case you haven't noticed, in case you didn't find out, it's really officially made last night. Big shots go to Jason Bradley and Omega King, who actually were at Busch Stadium last night and pretty much led a rendition, basically Our House. I have no idea what the hell that means, but apparently they were doing a lot of renditions on the mic last night during the Cardinals-Dodgers game 6 in LCS series. Big congrats to the St. Louis Cardinals for punching their ticket to the World Series once again, claiming their 19th pennant. They are now tied for the most in history, but they are also tied for their 4th appearance to the World Series in the past decade. I believe that in itself is also a record. So will this record end with a 12th World Series crown? I guess we're going to find out, because now that the Cardinals are in, I'm pretty sure Omega King and Big Ticket will be in St. Louis a lot more. But we don't know what's going to happen next, whether it's Boston, Detroit. Hopefully we'll find out this weekend. We're guaranteed to find that out at least. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on right before end of days in 2 weeks. So get your game face on, because we are pretty much, I believe, a good 8 days away, 9 days away from end of days on pay-per-view. See you guys soon, and we're hoping this won't be the last time. We're back, and we'll bring the noise. This has been the Captain Braun Johnson. This has been the Brawl Out. We'll see you guys next time. Don't be strangers anymore.